Good evening, America. I am Eric Little. It is the 14th day of September 2020. It is National Sober Day. So, for those of you working the program, please keep doing it. We appreciate it. There are 50 days until the end of the general election, and there are 23 days until the vice presidential debate. I'm near my home in slightly less smoky California, Southern California this evening, and this is the plain truth. Word search. You remember when we had those little puzzles, their word search? It was just a bunch of letters in a square, and there was a bunch of words you had to find. They were, some were forward, some were backward, some were up and down, some were on an angle, but you had to find the word. Well, we have a new game of word search now. It's done by the media. One of the problems in this country is we don't just tell the truth. One of the reasons why I started doing this show is because I got sick of that. That's why I call it the plain truth. It's unvarnished. It just is whatever the truth is. Now, I watch these people search for words because they don't want to say what they really want to say. Maybe they can't because they don't want to lose their job. I can say what I want, I don't care. But I'm not risking a $10 million a year job like some of these guys that sit at these anchors. So it's almost comical to watch them search for words. I watch Maury a lot. That's my guilty pleasure. The guy, You Are Not the Father. And there was an episode where this guy, and I'm guessing this was the first girl he was ever intimate with, he brought her in there to do a lie detector. And she failed everything. She slept with everybody in that town. And he was completely distraught. And he at the end, they always do a backstage with Maury's executive producer, Paul Fallhaber. And he was going on and on backstage, and he couldn't imagine why she had done this to him. And he kept saying, I don't understand. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? I gave her everything. I gave her my time. I tried to do nice things for her. What did I do wrong? And Paul Fallhaber said, well, some women, they don't like to be with one guy. And he just kept crying. He said, what did I do wrong? He said, well, some women like a variety of men. There's some women have questionable sexual history. He was doing everything he could not to call her a hoe. He didn't want to do it. Now, maybe he can't because he doesn't want to get sued or whatever. But I watch this play out every day on the nightly news. When Trump says something that's just patently false, they won't just say he's a liar. They won't just say this dude is lying. They will say he has a loose relationship with the truth. He, has problems being straight with the... No, he's lying. I don't know why they won't just say that. There's a difference between difference of opinion and lying. A lie, the definition of a lie is that it's not true when you say it. It's not a matter of opinion. If I tell you right now that I think if I tell you definitely Denver is going to beat Tennessee tonight, and then Tennessee wins the game, I didn't lie. I was wrong. I thought Denver was going to win again. I was wrong. If I sit up here now and tell you Cleveland beat Baltimore yesterday, that's a lie. I know at the time I'm saying it, Baltimore beat the crap out of them yesterday. There is a difference. So to watch these people struggle with these words, Jake Tapper was interviewing Joe Biden at this Ford plant yesterday, or this was a few days ago now. And he said, in this county, whatever county they were in, there are a lot of people in there that voted for Obama and Biden twice and then voted for Trump. Why do you think that is? And I know Joe Biden's trying to win the election, so he can't say what he wanted to say. He said, well, I think we need to try to reach more voters and get our message out, blah, blah, blah. What he wanted to say is because they're ungrateful. In 2008, people forget that under Bush, the auto industry was about to go under. Barack Obama and Joe Biden saved them. They brought back 70,000 new jobs. They were in office for 8 years, good paying jobs. These were Republicans in these outskirts of these cities. They voted for Obama because they had lost their jobs. Obama and Biden brought all these jobs back, 70,000 jobs, and as soon as they got those jobs, they went right back and voted for Republicans. And guess what happened? Gee, what a surprise. Trump has lost 50,000 of those 70,000 jobs. And then you're going to Biden saying, what can you do for us? If you would have kept voting for Democrats, you wouldn't be in this position in the first place. He wanted to say, you ungrateful SOBs. He couldn't because he's running for president. I get it. But this is what I mean by searching for words. Brian Williams the other day, and I like Brian Williams, I like his show on MSNBC, another word search. You know, he was talking about, he had this expert on there, he was talking about these people at these Trump rallies who weren't wearing masks. They were packed into this stadium with 7, 8, 9,000 people. And so they asked this guy, well, you know, they interviewed one guy, and he basically said, you know, I don't believe it. If I die, I die. And so he said, well, what do you think about these people? What do you think how can you reach these people? And he said, well, these people don't understand, and they're, you know, maybe they don't have all the information. No, they're stupid. I don't want to just hear Brian Williams say these people are stupid. The bottom line is, you know, all the recommendations, they tell you to wear a mask, they tell you all these, and you go out there to a super spreader event, no mask, packed into a place with 5,000 other people who you don't know. You're stupid. Listen, this show's called The Plain Truth. So I'm just going to tell you, these people are freaking stupid. I know everybody can't say that, but until we do, we will never go back to having real Edward R. Murrow type news coverage in this country. And that is the plain truth, as I see it. And I am Eric Little. Good night.